This is the first in a series in which I'm going to be teaching you how you can take and make better videos. But first, grab some headphones because I'd like you to have a look and listen to these two clips and ask yourself the question, which one do you think you'd rather watch?
Really happy with what it looks like so far. Anyway, in this video, hopefully I'll tell you a little bit more about what to expect when you, if you audit the sky. So yeah, thanks for watching. Really happy with what it looks like so far. Anyway, in this video, hopefully I'll tell you a little bit more about what to expect when you, if you audit the sky. So yeah, thanks for watching.
The thing is, even though the video quality was noticeably worse in one of them, because the audio was pretty good, not only is it watchable, most people would actually prefer it. And that's because we forgive bad video much quicker than we forgive bad audio. Now there's tons of stuff on YouTube on how to record good audio for your videos. I'm no sound engineer, but through the process of making hundreds of videos, I've learned a thing or two along the way. And I want to start by saying something that you may not expect. Any microphone you have, it's probably good enough.
Or should I say, if it's close enough. Here's a pretty simple example of what I'm talking about. Listen to what happens when I move the mic from here to here. This is a difference of about a foot, 30 centimeters, and yet I'm not even sure if you heard what I said before. The difference it makes is phenomenal, and that's actually one reason why that first clip I played to you sounded so bad before. I was about 3 meters away from the mic when I was speaking.
There's this wonderful thing in physics called the inverse square law, and it looks something like this. Now, although I can't fully explain the maths behind it, I do know that it means that every time the distance increases, the sound that you hear decreases as well, but much faster. Something like, if you move the microphone away twice as far, the sound levels it records goes down not just twice as much, but 4 times as much. In other words, you could have the best microphone in the world, but if it isn't close enough to the person speaking, it's actually worse than a super cheap mic that's placed at just the right distance.
When I'm filming myself using my phone, I usually have to hold it about arm's length away to get the framing right, when really I should be holding it probably about this close to get the audio right. However, I don't like the way this is framed because my head's way too big in this shot. And so to help with that, I got one of these bad boys, a wide angle lens. This one's called the Olloclip, and it goes straight onto my phone like that, and look at the difference it makes. I could do this all day. This means that I get to hold it really quite close to my face to get the right audio levels while framing the shot exactly as how I want it. I should say that a lot of newer phones have multiple cameras, so you can sort of choose like whether you want like a telephoto zoomed in or like a more wide angle, and you want to be using the widest angle possible to film yourself so that your mouth is as close as possible to the microphone. But how close is close enough? Especially if you're using an external mic and you don't want it to be seen in the shot. Well, it really depends on what microphone you're using and what style of video you're after, but more of that in the next video.
Secondly, any microphone is good if the environment is quiet enough. Here are some things to avoid when recording audio. In general, microphones are really good at picking up background noise. Road traffic, wind, vehicles like planes, crowds, music or TV running in the background, all of that will get picked up. Another thing to avoid is hard surfaces. Things like tiles on the floor, blank walls, big rooms, all of this is going to provide something called reverberation, and that's not something that you want. Here's an example.
Check out how my voice sounds here, in a bathroom, tiles on the floor, hard surfaces everywhere. The sound of my voice is hitting all these hard surfaces, bouncing around everywhere, causing reverberations or reverb, resulting in that sort of weird echoey nature to my voice. And here I am recording, of all places, in my walk-in wardrobe. All the fabric around me absorbs all the echoes that could be bouncing around, and I kid you not, a lot of YouTubers actually literally use a walk-in wardrobe like this to record some of their best sound work.
So this is what you're looking for when you want to record audio. You want an environment that's naturally quiet and isn't full of hard surfaces. A place that's carpeted, curtains, even an open field can work really well. If none of those are options, you can give your room the acoustic treatment. So that's installing stuff like foam panels or even a hung-up blanket. This is why recording studios look something like this. Now obviously most of us may not be able to afford that, but I've got a friend who actually uses moving blankets hung up around his room, and he gets incredible audio quality from that. So basically, be creative.
Now, I've simplified things a little bit, and some of you experts out there will say I've simplified things a lot, but I still stand by the point I made, which is that if you've got the right environment and your mic is close enough to the subject, any microphone you use is going to sound good enough. In the next video, we're going to have a look at different types of microphones, the mics that I use, and how to choose one that's right for your specific project. Hope to see you then.